all over my words.
I try to. But right now...
Hey, we got to Skype.
I know we got to Skype right on the line.
The most professional man in con history, comes on this show prepared in a suit, tie, with his bed made.
The one and only Samuel Chase. Pull up the Skype interview.
Woo!
That's professional. Look at him. He's drinking a Surge and he's in a t-shirt.
Well, at least it's not a wife beater.
Is that... Sam, what's going on?
Nothing. I was gonna wear the ChaseCon Expo t-shirt, but I was like, I don't know if I want to be too prideful. Everybody's always trying to promote their own thing. I mean, I'm from ChaseCon Expo. That's the end of the conversation.
Yay!
Wear a t-shirt. Come on.
This
I want
is...
to be comfortable in my interviews.
You are wearing underwear, right?
Don't. Hey. Don't stop that. Stop that. This is the second time you're on the show hanging out with us, and this is the second time we see an unmade bed. Why?
Hashtag Ruby Renixo.
Ruby's in your bed?
No.
Well,
Ruby's married. That's horrible.
I know Ruby's married.
He's encouraged me to always make sure every time I do a podcast interview that my bed would be.
He really said that to you?
No. Actually, it's quite the opposite. I got scolded for. But he's a good friend, and so but I definitely didn't take his words of advice. So.
We're gonna tag him. We're gonna tag Ruby in this. Ruby's a good guy. We have Ruby on the show a few times, and he's actually the last time we were at Ruby was at a Super Mega Fest. You were supposed to come up and meet us, but you never made it.
Nightmare.
He was in the Hulk suit, and he was taller than Jeremy. Jeremy's like 8 feet tall, but Ruby was.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell the ladies now. I'm 8 feet tall. Ask my boss.
Yeah, because that's what women like to hear.
Yeah. 8 feet tall. That means I can reach up to high places.
All right, ChaseCon was a couple weeks ago. We couldn't make it, but how was it? How did it go?
Well, first of all, I was very sad that you guys couldn't make it.
Yeah, I was sorry.
It's his fault.
It's not my fault. We were booked.
Where were we?
Booked. Hey, the funny thing is, if I knew about you, which
you don't even know about us?
Because the con was planned since April 2014, and it took a whole year, and then it was the last month, everybody and their brother's like, oh, we heard of this con. It's like, how did you hear about us in the last month? We've been out for a year. Trying to promote, but I don't know, I guess it just kind of everything kind of collided into 1 month. But the whole con went really good. I mean, our first show ever, we had over 2,500 people.
Nice.
Wow, good for you.
For a one-day show. And the funny thing is, a lot of people, I guess, complain and they want a 2-day show.
Oh, yeah. Everybody wants 2 days.
But you better make sure that your second day is something good and not just...
a repeat of the first day?
Yeah, so, we're doing a ton of research on how to make the second day, Sunday a lot better, and different from the first day.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of cons will be like, hey, here's the first day, and here's the second day, which is a repeat of the first day, but with a couple new things, so we're trying to really do it up to where, it's, you can still get stuff from the first day that's going to be similar. For instance, on the first day we have a panel with Tico Flores, I can't even pronounce first day, Tico Flores Kyle, and he will be doing with his team, with Coach Moses, the Ninja Turtles, how to use size.
Cool.
And, in a bow staff, and then the other panel that same day will be how to use swords and nunchucks, but on Sunday, their third panel will be a Star Wars panel.
Nice. Now this is not for the the con coming up in October. This is for next year.
Oh, this is. No,
Really?
This is for the con in October.
You got to see if you can go. It's around your birthday. We already.
What is it?
First.
What's the
Oh,
date?
come on. October 24th through the 25th.
Oh, I might be able to. I'm leaving October 7th to Florida, but it's 2.5 weeks I'll be back, so 14, that would be 21. I might be back in time for that.
Well, I'll tell you what. If he can't go, I'll be there. I'll take the boys.
Well, I want to learn how to
All
use nunchucks.
Isn't that gonna be cool?
Yeah, that's gonna be
so.
awesome.
I'm gonna be smacking around my kids with nunchucks.
They already did the Jedi, they call it cos fight, which is really cool. So like one guy, they do like the cosplay stuff, and then they act it out. So you see like how it's different, but it's still like the same people doing it. We're trying to change things up for the second day to say, hey, come to the second day. There's gonna be a whole bunch of other stuff that's different.
Yeah, there's a
You're
reason
able
to
go
come
to
back
an
here.
ATM.
Besides
get out more
people
money.
selling the comic books.
Give out more money. No,
Yes.
and either both of us will be there, or just I'll be there with someone else. But the Angry Geek Show will be there in October.
Okay, so we got to get you guys a table for podcasts.
Oh, that would be awesome.
A table.
All right.
Now Jeremy's like, screw Florida, I'm coming.
Well, I'm going to Jamaica too, so that's
Where are you going to Jamaica?
No, that's all in that 2.5 week span. We're going to Disney World for Zoe's birthday, and then right after that, we're jumping on a boat to go to Jamaica. You know what? Jamaica doesn't sound fun to you? I'm sorry. After I go to Disney World, I sure as hell need a vacation. Disney World is hell. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it is hell. It's evil. Like you have to plan your lunches, like. Or else you have to go 5,000 miles across to another park to get lunch. It's hell. So I'm going to Jamaica. I'm sorry, Jamaica's way better than ChaseCon.
No, ChaseCon is an entity. You gotta fly there. All you gotta do is drive.
I'm gonna fly back. I gotta tell my wife, honey, I have to fly back for ChaseCon. I'm going back a day early to get to ChaseCon. They need me.
Sam needs me.
Yeah.
We had the other guy that came from Brazil and the other guy that came from Mexico City.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not joking.
Damn.
People came for ChaseCon Expo. I mean, it wasn't a joke, like a lot, and it was hard because I'll say, a lot of things that are professional in the business, which is, do you succeed or not? And yeah, we did.
That's cool.
We turned a profit, and a lot of people can't say that, and it's just sad because of overspending and just, or it's very difficult to run a con. It's not an easy thing. You have to be very humble in it. A lot of people are like, oh, I'll just make the money back doing this, and then they don't, and then they're, I broke even, or, I sunk my whole con into the floor, and it's like, I'm sorry, So,
you guys are mean.
But
well, that's what people do,
Oh,
so,
I know.
I tried to be, like, really, like, conscious with my money, but I wanted to have a really good show, so, I did, we spent some, but then we gained quite a bit, and we got a good following, and we threw on one heck of a show, and like a lot of people said, if you weren't there, you definitely missed out on it.
no, we heard we had some people, friends of us and viewers of our show that went to ChaseCon. A lot of people from Connecticut.
Friends of ours.
Friends of ours. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
I know. I was doing the whole Gambino kind of thing. Friends of ours.
Anyway,
Friends of theirs,
for you, stop.
No.
And they said it was just a blast.
Yeah, for one day show, it was like, I said if I have to do this, if I'm going to create a name out of it, it's got to be something that's not like, hey, like, let's just do what every other con is doing. Like, it's more of an intimate thing, I was going around spending my whole day greeting fans.
Mm-hmm.
I greeted vendors, but I just walk up to fans and be like, hi, I'm the owner, and start talking to them and just make them feel really, really happy about it. One lady brought her son. It was his birthday, and that was one of his big birthday presents, was going to ChaseCon Expo. He was dressed up as Spider-Man.
Awesome.
And So there was
That
lots
was
of
me.
cool stuff like that.
That was not you, you idiot.
Who are you?
It's me, Jeremy. No.
Hey! Brought my mom! Happy birthday!
The celebrities that were there, anybody give you a hard time? Anybody a jerk?
Yeah, who
or,
was the douche? Who was the douche
was there
of
a
the
douche?
show?
Come on, it's us. It's us, Sam. You can tell us.
Oh, I want to know who the douche
This
was.
is gonna be live.
But it's us. You have to tell us. Was there a douche of the celebrity? Because we'll tell you a douche story that we had at at an event that we were at last week. If you tell us if you had a douche there with you.
I had some really great celebrities do some stuff for free for me, and then I had a couple of celebrities that boned me over. So, and took more money than they needed to.
Really?
But those will remain nameless or nameless.
Off camera, we'll talk.
Off camera, we will talk.
Yeah, because we
recording.
we're still recording. This is for the blooper reel, though.
Yeah.
We want 2 tables. I changed.
Why is the red light on? I don't get it.
No, we had last week we covered an RPW event, Revival Pro Wrestling event, and we did have
People thought we were money.
Yeah, we had 2. There was 4 celebrities there. 2 out of the 4 were absolutely awesome, hanging out with us, having a good time. And 2 other ones, well, one of them got, in my opinion, was a little bit jealous because we were at the other 2, and then the other one was just really bizarre. But we'll talk to them about them off camera.
Right.
To make sure you don't cross paths with this one. It was pretty, oh, wow. October. Are tickets available yet? Can we start buying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Great. We're gonna have to start promoting them and get out. What are you looking at me for that?
No. If you have flyers, dude, like I do comic sales. I did this for Connecticut Comic Con. I'm more than happy to put flyers in my mailings for you.
Yeah. Do you have any flyers? Send them up. Every time we send something out for the for our show, a prize pack or something like that. If you want us to throw some stuff in there, send it our way. We'll throw it in there and ship it out. So when we talk about the other stuff and we're not recording, I'll give you the address and you can send stuff up and we'll start throwing it out there.
My address
Yeah,
is
I just ordered the
37
flyers
Lincoln
today,
Ave,
actually,
Southampton.
right before a couple hours ago. So.
What was that bonehead was talking and I completely missed you.
Talking to the ladies.
Oh, what is he talking?
He looked. He's.
I'm the interview guy.
I know. He's looking at camera number 2.
I'm on pain meds and stuff.
Yeah, he hurt his back. He's looking at camera number 2 and he's like doing the most. Hey ladies.
I may be the most interesting man in the world. But
I've actually had some traumatic experiences. If you guys would like to, and by the way, you guys would be the first. Like, I always choose specific topics to talk about. To different podcasts. I've already been on a podcast since ChaseCon, but I haven't told them certain things. I like to tell you guys.
Oh, we get exclusive.
Absolutely, go
check that out.
Fire away.
What was she wearing?
Well, first of all, I think we should talk about like the month of ChaseCon, which was like the whole month of April for me, and it was just like the biggest living hell I've ever experienced.
I love that. I love hearing
and a lot of
others'
people are
pain.
like, oh, he's just new in the con business, he's a kid. First of all, I spent 18 years in retail, and if you have the balls to do that, why don't you go do that? Like they're, I run a one-day show, and I'm like, yeah, what you get in a one-day show is what I would get on a daily basis. Try a theme park that I worked at when I was 16, and you're handling, up to, 15, 30,000 people a day, I mean, besides New York City Comic Con, talking about, real customer service and like, it's like horrible business stuff. So there's a lot of people that are like, this guy's new in the business and he really doesn't know what he's doing kind of thing. It's like, I think there's always something new to be learned, and that's one thing I learned about ChaseCon Expo is there's always some thing that you're not doing right or something that could be always done better, and the worst thing is can we use profanity on here?
Yeah, absolutely. Only Jeremy can.
Yeah, so, I'm forced to put money into the bucket.
Go ahead.
Alright, I am so tired of dick measuring in this business.
Dude, I'm telling you, I mean, nobody appreciates my 14 centimeters.
I don't mind if people have...
Or millimeters, or whatever it is.
Millimeters.
It was never
I don't
good
mind if people want to help me out. And give me advice or say things, but I always hate it when they pull you aside and they say things like, "Could I tell you something?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" I think you could have had more attendance at your con, or I think you could have done this better at your con. It's like
they don't ask whether or not you're happy with how it turned out, though. They're like, "You could have always done this better." Like, how about what? Hey, congratulations, you did a good job.
Run your own show.
Yeah. Nobody ever thinks to say, "Hey, you did a great job." These days, they're just like, "Well, if you did this better, this would have."
You could have done this.
It's a first-year con, people.
That way,
try throwing together a first-year con. That shit is fucking. Well, somebody go get me the bucket.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
All right, so get back to the living hell. You had me intrigued at hell. You had me at hell.
Hell.
Can I throw people underneath the bus?
Yeah, absolutely. we are the Angry Geeks. And
I like to back that crap up and.
I'm pissed. All right. I can't say some stuff because I know some people are sitting there like this. They're waiting to see this interview, especially when they see my face pop up.
Oh yeah.
And they're gonna be like, "This guy might have said something bad about me."
Don't worry, I get called offensive all the time.
Okay. First of all, it really distracted me that you just left. First of all,
oh ding.
No. He figures camera one's not on. I'm going to the bathroom. So he just gets up and leaves. Because we got camera two focused on you and we got us in a little corner. So he's only on the Angry Geek show, folks. Oh my God.
I'm just going to focus on this unmade.
Ruby, look at the bed. I'm gonna superimpose Ruby's face just laying on the bed. Okay, go on.
Alright, so...
He saw you get up to leave.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I was like...
I thought I was being slick. I was just like, dude.
He goes, he just got up and left. I'm like, yeah, camera one's off, so...
I had to pee.
Alright, so go on.
Alright, let's put it to you this way. All my, except for 3 volunteers, everyone else has been replaced.
Ooh,
wow.
The whole staff, gone.
Dude, I would love to volunteer for your con.
Do not come back in my con ever again. Anyone that worked for me.
Wow.
I rehired. The only ones that are allowed there, well, besides Jay at Vermont Comic Con, who saved my butt at that con, and Rachel Fowler, and the other Rachel, who likes foxes, but she's going to kill me for saying that. Those people were so excellent, and my Samantha Abrams, who did the cashiering, she was so good, but everyone that worked for me, you're gone. You're never coming back. I cannot tell you what a horrible job those unnamed people did to the con, and actually hurt the con, and hurt me, hurt the name of Chase Con, helped out a little bit with it, but what I paid them to do, what they were supposed to do, they did not deliver what they said, and they were full of horse shit, and they can fall to the face of the earth. I don't care.
Wow.
I don't. Whatever. Goodbye. I mean, some of these. If you're gonna go out and hurt someone, if I was on here to hurt your podcast, I mean, same to me. Like
if you could hurt our podcast, I think it would still do good for our podcast.
It probably would.
You can't hurt it any worse. No.
I
mean, especially when one of the guys gets up and goes to the bathroom in the middle of an interview.
He's like, the camera's off. I'll be right back.
The camera's on.
Son of a bitch.
You just need a face right here.
Unbelievable.
This week's Angry Geek Show, LHV Publishing Artist of the Week, Arwen Necker. Thank you for being the Angry Geek Show, LHV Publishing's Artist of the Week.
Hey,
But overall, the con was a success.
This is true reality.
Success, but I would have rather have been a success even more with what the people that should have done what they were supposed to do, what I paid them to do, what was in their contract that they breached over and over and over, and I didn't let them go because it was getting too close to the dates, and if I let them go, I would have lost, several things, that I really kind of needed, so to get done for the con, and, just the procrastination that went on, there was a lot of crap, and if you think that I'm lying, I'll back up those emails with the delivery dates on the things that I really needed that should have been done like a month out, because I had all that information ready. And instead of that person who was supposed to get certain things ready, that I was actually paying cash and then had to pay a certain percentage of sales to, didn't get them done. It just I have the email of where I got my what do you call that thing? When you buy a ticket and then they give you the what is it?
The confirmation.
Yeah, no.
No.
This book here,
they
give you a book, a pamphlet.
Oh, pamphlet. The junket. Yeah.
The
program.
A program book. There
yeah.
Holy crap, we're retarded.
I know. I can't think. Well, I got done. It's my fourth night of overnights, and I'm got next 3 days off. But I'm gonna be working on the con here.
All right, we won't keep you that long.
No. We'll stay as long as we have to here. So, but hopefully I won't keep you guys. But
you fucking screwed up my day. No.
How are you gonna make it to Florida?
Jamaica.
I'm going to Bob Marley's house. Oh god, it's just a place with the sign that says Bob Marley's house. He never lived there.
So, that was what that Cool Runnings movie was.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What, dude, the Jamaican bobsled team, you never watched that?
How were the
movie?
Will you
stop? It's a true story.
I know it's a true story. I watched the movie.
It's great. They went to Canada. What are you smoking, man? I'm breathing.
He's doing a Mexican Jamaican accent. My
wife tells me I'm very good with accents.
She also told you that this was 6 inches.
Yes. 6 inches. I must be. I'm a monster.
How are the vendors at the con?
The vendors were awesome.
Yeah. Did you get any good books?
I do want to reiterate on a couple things for the vendors, which I was gonna do because this is, this is definitely the show where I can get my anger out. But by the way, just real quick back to the pamphlets. Those were supposed to be done.
Program.
It was all we were saving money, so we were doing it online, and we're gonna send it out to everybody. Well, I have the email confirmation of how ChaseCon was on the 25th, which was a Saturday, and I got these on Wednesday.
Oh.
Wow.
And it's like, could I have had these like forever ago? So I could have sent them out forever ago, you know, and I'm busy as anything. Like, I was, like, not here mentally. Like, my mind was not here, and I'm still recovering from it. I was, like, packing up, you know, VIP packages. I was packing up, which did very well, by the way. And I was packing up, like, everything, making sure everything was ready. My signs were coming in late, because we just kind of figured to do some certain things at the last minute, and we're like, why don't we get these giant signs? So, everything was just, like, it all fell into place, but it was, like, at the last minute. And I don't like to do things like that, and unfortunately, the person I hired made that happen. Not with the signs and all that. That was with me, but those were only a couple things. You know, with everything else that I needed. And then I get this message, and I'm really pissed off about it. I got this message the Wednesday, not before the con, the Wednesday before the Wednesday before the con, and a week and a half. and I get this message that says, you know, I'm really nervous. We don't have a lot of things nailed down. And I just stared, and I kid you not, I just stared at my phone. And I'm just like, I can't believe this text that has just gotten to me. So I waited until the weekend. I'm like, I'm just so pissed. I was like, I'm not even going to reply to this. Like, this is stupid.
And now for the Angry Geek Show Cosplayer of the Week, Lonnie Martinez. Thank you for being the Angry Geek Show Cosplayer of the Week.
Upset with the fact that, you know, this person that worked for me, you know, really put the screws to me, and could have cared less, seemed like that, about my convention. And I'll probably get an email, because that person is probably watching this and seeing me say everything. One, I haven't said your name, so I really don't want to see an email from you. In fact, I don't ever want to see you again, because you not only marred my name, if you email me, I'm going to blast you back with the worst email of your life, and it's going to make you bawl your eyes out.
Angry Geek Show, bringing people together.
To kill in Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat!
Hell yeah. Oh god, but speaking of theme songs, I could not get that Beyond Thunderdome song by Tina Turner.
Nice.
Did you see Mad Max?
No.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad. It was good.
Because Tina Turner was right. We don't need another hero.
Yeah.
Like Beyond the Thunderdome.
Well, I to be honest with you, I didn't like Beyond Thunderdome.
I liked. You didn't like Master?
Liked it. You know why I don't like Mad Max now? Because the director explained Mad Max. And there's everybody that's in Mad Max. Like, there's most of the same reoccurring characters.
Oh, yeah.
Same characters, but different people. And apparently he went off to say, well, Mad Max has never really had a timeline, and it kind of is just like, it can be kind of like almost anyone, and it's just Mad Max. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, it's called...
What is this horse shit?
Like, do you remember the guy with the gyrocopter? Because everybody knows, right?
Yes, he was like, he was a different character in every movie.
Right. Well, he was the gas station guy, and then he was the guy flying the plane. And after seeing it, you know, watching the Thunderdome, oh, hey, there's that guy with the gyrocopter, great. And then he meets up Mel Gibson, and then they're like, don't even know each other. But and then it's like, why doesn't he remember him? And then it's because it's like a different, like round universe thing. I don't know what the heck they're trying.
We're in the multiverse of Mad Max.
And then, you know, the worst comment is when he said, when he was making Fury Road, they said, well, is this like Mad Max? He goes, well, it's a continuation of Mad Max's story, but I had no intention on having Mel Gibson play this part. And it's like, well, wait a minute. What the heck? Who is Mad Max? why is it the same name? You know, it's like,
why is he so mad?
Well, it's so stupid. It
really is. It becomes like a convoluted story. It's a writer that becomes too caught up in their own ego with theirs. And they're like, no, you can't understand this because there's a deeper meaning here. And really, Mad Max is all of us combined. It becomes like, oh man, can't it just be like a story? Can't we just have something entertaining?
The only thing that I did not like about Fury Road, if you're not going to see it,
I wasn't there.
Was it the guitarist?
No, the guitarist was hilarious. He made the movie. Oh my god, he was a blind guy, and his guitar was on these bungee cords, and he was strapped to a bungee cord. So he was actually the guitarist is actually supplying the soundtrack throughout the whole movie. The movie was just one gigantic car chase. Okay, so the car is flying through the air. He's on a flatbed truck with this big friggin' thing behind him of all speakers, and he's flying through the air, and he's like bouncing around, and every time he hits a chord, flames shoot out of the guitar flies out of his hands, and he's blind, but when it comes back, he grabs it and just starts jamming again. It is so funny. He was the best character in the movie. But the thing that I didn't like, and I did not understand, and I took my 15-year-old with me, and he goes, Dad, how did Max survive that? The one thing was they have Max in the front of this car, and he's on this big arm like this, okay?
Yeah, I kind of saw the thing with his...
Yes, and they have him there because they're taking his blood to give it to the guy driving the car. He's called the War Boys. All the War Boys are just sick people, and they constantly need blood transfusions. Okay, so Max is on this thing. The War Boy's driving the car. His name is Knox. He's one of the main characters in the film.
Right.
To make a long story longer.
Okay. The car wipes out, gets into this horrific accident. The arm holding Max breaks apart. The chain that's holding Max to the arm snaps. The car flips over, blows up, steering wheel comes flying at the screen. Knox, the driver, gets thrown out of the car. He rumbles and tumbles. Now, mind you, he needs a blood transfusion to stay alive. Max goes flying. You see him fly through the air. We saw it in 3D. He comes flying at you like this, hits the dirt. Camera goes black. All of a sudden, you see Max get out of the sand, completely fine. Nothing's wrong with him. After he tumbles through the air, the explosions, bullshit happening. And then the guy that needs a blood transfusion, he gets up. Absolutely fine. How the frick did that happen? They both should have been dead. And even my son, he goes, Dad, that did not make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, like, well, what do we do? No, we'll just make him get up.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did.
Just get up and you die if you...
Yeah, he gets...
It's only 70 miles an hour.
He gets up and he's fine. Oh, and then another thing that irritated me, but it was okay, was they were taking nitrous oxide. They were taking NOx. They were drinking it and spitting it into the carburetors of the car.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. They were drinking it, spitting it into the carburetors of the cars that they were driving to make them go faster.
That is wax. I mean, the movie got like a 90 out of 100 on Metacritic. I mean, the movie...
Oh, it still looks fantastic.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. It was really cool. And I mean... It was
completely unbelievable.
It was 2 hours. It was like 2.5 hours of this one gigantic car race, and I had to. The one thing
tell me what the actual story is. Like what is the point?
I'm waiting for Jurassic World.
That's what I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that. The main story of the movie.
Hopefully, Star-Lord is okay in that.
Yeah, I think he is.
I think he'll be okay. He seems the right part.
The main premise of Mad Max was. Furiana, which was
whatever.
What's her name? Charlize Theron, her character.
Yeah.
Wow, you said that with like. Do you have something for her? Because like
no.
Charlize Theron.
She is a war rig driver, kind of like a tractor trailer driver. Okay, and what she does, she was like the head officer in the army. She stole. Check this out. You're gonna like this.
Stole.
She stole.
Yeah.
Sold.
3 prize breeders from Immortal Joe, the main villain.
What's a breeder? Is a female, I'm
A
guessing.
female. They all look like they were all Playmate models.
Oh, okay. Oh,
No.
well, that makes sense then.
Oh, it was not 3.
Bring
it was
back
4.
the bitches.
Yeah, exactly. Now
I was
Christian's.
the chick from the Road Warrior, that hot woman with the long blonde hair.
Uh,
And then they killed her, remember?
yeah, they did. They
Killed her.
did.
Why would you kill her?
Well,
She's
so
hot.
sad as a
You
kid.
can keep
I
that
was like,
around for a long
this
time.
one thing I was like, I did not know what to say. Now, being a parent, especially of a 15-year-old boy, I just looked at my son out of the corner of my eye, but he didn't bat an eye. He just kept watching the movie. There's one scene where they have these BBWs, and they're all lined up in their chairs.
My kind of women.
And they have suction cups connected to them, and they're draining them of their milk. And yes. yes. And I was like, I looked out of the corner of my eye, and Christian's just like, not even bat an eye, just watching the movie. And they take a cup of this milk, and they give it to one of the main protagonists, and he drinks it. And he goes, Dad, that's good. I'm like, ah. So later on in the movie, Max had blood on his face. And he goes, and the liquid, the milk is leaking out of this tanker. And he goes, what is this? And one of the breeders, one of the Playmate models goes, it's mother's milk. Max washes his face with it. I was like, yeah.
That's pretty nasty.
Oh, yeah, it was. But the whole thing was these, they were trying to have...
Much too sweet for me.
Shut up.
It really is.
Yeah, but the whole movie was just trying.
Good for your coffee, though.
He's speechless. Look at him. He's speechless.
No,
I'm just waiting to see what's like watching a movie in my own mind.
Oh yeah, but the movie was really good. There was those 3 scenes were just a little bit over the top, and I just I just wanted to know how he survived. That was it.
Mad Max. It's like Batman. You know?
I don't know, because one thing is, like, if I can remember correctly, and please correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
In the Road Warrior, didn't he have like a metal contraption on his leg?
Yes, because in the original.
And then in the third one, he doesn't have it.
No, it was there. Oh no, in the third and in this one, in Fury Road, it was there. They showed a close. Yes, and they showed a close up of it. The metal.
It wasn't in Thunderdome.
No, actually, it wasn't.
See, that's what the things that don't make any sense.
Because it was in the original Mad Max, he had his arm ran over by the motorcycle, and then his leg got shot, and that's why he had to have the leg brace on it, because he built the leg brace.
Right.
And then,
which made him a lot cooler. But then in Beyond Thunderdome, apparently he didn't need it anymore.
No, and now check this out. In the Road Warrior, the Mustang that he had got destroyed, remember?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
He had it back. In Fury Road, he had it back. And it got destroyed again.
So this is all about, no timeline. It's not about... It's just
There's
about
no
the
continuity. It's
But he had
another story.
But in the beginning of the movie, though, in the beginning of Fury Road, remember in Mad Max, he had the long... In Beyond Thunderdome, he had the long hair. They did the same thing. He had long hair in the beginning, and the bad guys cut it.
Right, because that was
Probably
absolutely, ridiculous, that hair. Because I work with an old lady that has that same hair. She does. I think it's so cool because it's Australian. But I guess a guy with that who was ripping off Sweet Tooth from the Twisted Metal games with that clown mask.
Well, you know who the actor was in that?
Yeah, it's the bad guy from the first.
The bad guy. It was the toe cutter.
Who was writing this?
It was the toe cutter.
Well, didn't you know? He died completely, and now he's back as someone completely different.
He was back as Immortal Joe.
I didn't mind, in something like Lord of the Rings, where, the Witch King and a couple other characters were the same guy in the costume. It's come on. I can see this guy's eyes. You know, it's like, you can tell this is the same guy.
All right. Thank you for being on. It's we're gonna have to have you on more because we gotta have one show of just bullshitting with you because it's so great to have you on.
Oh, well, that's really awesome of you guys to say. I like being on here.
Thanks to Sam Chase for Chase Scott for being on. It's always a pleasure to have. We can put that. Stop touching my stuff. It's always a pleasure of having that cat on. I can't wait to hang out. You better be able to come with us in October. It's going to be a blast.
I'm going to take an early plane back from Jamaica to be at ChaseCon. I mean, Sarah's going to love it.
I think that we should actually have him on the show because we could spend a whole 45 minutes to an hour with that cat. Absolutely love him. I was upset that he couldn't come to Super Mega Fest. Why doesn't he just
come to the show?
Actually, we can have him drive down here and just hang out with us.
I mean,
bring him down to Nico's afterwards.
Have a blast. Places, I have to sit there all bent down on the Skype.
Anyway, until next week.
I wonder where my bad back came from. I blame it on work, but it's all from playing Skype here.
Anyway, until next week, Louie for Jeremy.
Jeremy for Louie.
Like us on Facebook, like us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to head out to ChaseCon in October. We're going to be there. We're going to have a blast. See ya!